The first day I stepped on the practice field, I did not expect this to be the outcome. Today I'm signing my letter of intent and committing to the University of Ottawa to be a student athlete and play football there. And I can't wait to get to work. It's going to be great.
Excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I feel like it's a great opportunity for me, and like I've always worked for this. You know, you've seen it. Yeah. It's every practice and every time I take you out on the field. It's been my ultimate goal, and now that I've made it, I feel really happy and proud of myself.
It has been quite a journey when you think about it. Think about starting as a kid with the Exiles. All the coaches, teammates. It takes a lot of people to get you to where you're about to sign on that dotted line.
First memories of American football was at a QB camp set up by Andrew Luck. I was too young to compete, and I was 12 years old, but he let me be the ball boy. And you can see here a lot of fun and games. From there on, he was really my idol.
Luck gonna go for it all, and wide open down the field. It is complete for the touchdown.
After that, I just thought, this is a sport that I love. I'm watching this, I really want to get involved. So I started looking around for teams, and then that's when I found the Kent Exiles, which was really my first step into the sport. I always had that idea that I'd be a quarterback, but actually my first session I turned up and said, yeah, I'm going to play wide receiver. Because I thought, like every kid, I thought I had the best hands on the team. So I went out there first practice and played wide receiver, ran around, caught a few routes and stuff. And then it got to, we played a tournament, like a flag tournament, and the starting quarterback was away on holiday. So they called me and another kid over and was like, can you throw this ball? We want to see how well you can throw it. And I started throwing it, and they were like, yeah, you're actually the quarterback. And then from there on, I didn't look back. It was QB all the way. These were my first set of pads from my first practice at the Exiles youth team, where I started playing kitted. It's the first moment you wear pads it really opens your eyes to what the game can be like. You take a big hit and you're winded and you got to get up and get on with the next play. I always knew that I'd be different, and I'd get looked down on a couple of times because they're thinking, well, that's not a British sport, you shouldn't be playing that. Since the point where I started playing for the Exiles, it was really just a burning ambition for me to just take it to the next level each time, no matter what that was. When I was playing flag, I had to be the best, and then it was to kitted and then to GB. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm much of a collector of old gear, but I always start to create a pile up of balls that I take to the park, and it's been a learning experience, and just taking these out into the park and throwing it around. People don't see it. They see me at the academy, they see me on the academy films, and they see that I'm throwing nice touchdown passes or whatever, but they need to see the grind that happens outside of it as well. Me throwing these every day, going to the park and just slinging it the same route hour after hour, just making sure I get it down to perfection. Yeah, so after the Kent Exiles, the next step really for me was to get into the Great Britain national team, and that was one of the most amazing experiences for me, and it gave me so much to learn from, being able to step onto a field, play 11-side football, and really, I'd never taken a big hit before or had to make a big throw or an important throw, and this really was something where I could see the level I needed to be at. Seeing the NFL Academy set up and develop, I really knew that that was the place I needed to be to take my game to the next level and to compete effectively, that this was the best place for me to be. Being in a big stadium, you can just imagine like crowds cheering you on, and you want to perform to the best level. So you have to go out there and give your best, and I think that's, for a lot of us guys, is what drove us on and what made us think, yeah, this really is a big deal and we need to get into this. Yeah, now that they've played some NFL games at the Tottenham Stadium, it really feels amazing that we were actually able to share that field with such great athletes, and hopefully one day there'll be more kids at Tottenham looking up to us and thinking that's where we want to be. For me, the NFL Academy experience has been really, really exciting, and my development there has been so great. Being able to work under Coach Jerome it's been really exciting. He's pushed me every day, bringing in other quarterbacks to compete with, but he just makes sure you work at the highest level and you're always bringing out the best in you.
Very proud of George. He's done really well in the last 2 years. He's a leader. He works really hard at it. I know it means a lot to him. I know it really means a lot to him. That's why I'm so happy for him, because ever since he stepped into the academy, he's grinded. He's done everything that we've asked of him as a quarterback too. I ask probably more from my group than the rest of the players in the academy, and he's taken it on. He was always on time, always there, never had an excuse, always willing to put in hard work. You know, he just really wanted this the whole time. You know, he really wanted to play football at a higher level. He believed in himself, he believed that he could, and I believed in it too.
Hearing that from him and having made him proud is something I've always wanted to do, and it's really exciting. I know that I'm gonna go out there and just keep making him proud. You notice when you come to a team like this, the bond that you make with your peers is second to none. The friends I've made at the academy could be friends for life, and we know that when we step out on the field, that we will work to win the game for each other, not just ourselves. I like to be a good leader. I have to understand my teammates, their needs and desires, and I have to make sure that I put my body on the line for them as much as they do for me, so that when I can go into the battle on the field, that I'm making sure I'm telling them what to do, but I'm also leading by example. So we make sure that we are always fighting for every yard and just making sure every play counts. I actually do find it hard to get away from the football field. It seems like football always follows me. I'm always watching some sort of game film, or having a look at some players' stats online, or making sure I rewatch my own film. But I just feel like I try to take what I learn on the field, off the field as well. Yeah, the Pro Bowl Skills Challenge was a very interesting experience, and I feel like for us 8 guys who went out there, we really wanted to prove ourselves, because we got a lot of talks about where they would go, oh, London, really? You play football over there? It's really looked down upon sometimes, and we were thinking going in, we have to make sure we prove to them why we can be better than them. The last 2 years have been have really fueled my ambition to play college football, and I've always had the idea of going to the next level every time I get to somewhere. So when I was at GB, I knew I had to get into the academy, and now that I'm at the academy, I always had the dream of playing to the next level. So that was my motivation every time I stepped on the field. There's always going to be moments in your journey which are difficult, and I've certainly had them where something's not going my way necessarily, or I make a few bad passes in practice, but it's the support network that you really build. I've got my coaches, my teammates, my family and my girlfriend all supporting me from behind, and I know that them boosting me up just gives me that motivation to continue. To get to this stage with Ottawa, I was sending out my film to coaches, and my film eventually reached Coach Marcel, the head coach of Ottawa, and he liked my film. Yeah, I feel like the moment you get an offer from a school, you feel like it's starting to get really real, because you can have conversations, but I don't feel like you're necessarily convinced that you're there yet until you know you've got a place to go. And having that offer from Ottawa just felt amazing to me. It felt like I'd finally been rewarded for my work, and that I would actually get something out of the development I've made at the academy. It was when I spoke to Ottawa I really realised that they were the school that felt most like home to me. I loved the football programme and I loved the coaching staff. It just really felt like the programme for me. We built quite a close bond and we understood each other's goals.
Hey George, how you doing?
Great, thanks coach, how are you?
I'm excellent. Hey, what a great opportunity. I just wanted to say congrats for confirming that you are going to join us at the University of Ottawa. We're excited to have you here. It's been a long but good detailed recruiting process. How do you feel?
Very excited, coach, and it feels like a great opportunity for me, and with all the excitement around it, I just feel like I've found the right home for me.
You know, and the fact that you're willing to cross the pond to come and join us shows the type of person that you are, and how important it is for you to grow in your sport, right? So, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for our program to have you, and I really feel like this is one of those lifetime things that helps develop you, not just for the current time you're going to be playing football, but also for the rest of your life. The skill sets and your ability to travel and exist here. So, again, I want to really congratulate you.
To make the final decision, it was obviously I spoke to my coaches and my family, and we just made sure that it was the right fit for me, but it was really an easy decision. Looking at the university, it's a prestigious school and it has great education, great family, great city, and just looking at the football program, they're a winning team. But also for me, I'm always looking at the next step. It's to be the starting quarterback and then to win games and then to win a championship. I feel like as a European QB, being one of the first ones to get an offer to North America to play college football, I hope it does set a trend and the younger guys behind me see this as motivation and know that they can, with hard work, reach this level and just hopefully exceed this level, and we can see more and more guys getting into college programs.
You've thrown passes in Holland, France. Yeah.
I feel like this journey's taken me everywhere. It's from all around Europe to Florida for the Pro Bowl, and now it's going to take me to Canada, and I just want to keep that journey going and go win games out there.